Okay, now what are we going to make here?
Well, this is going to be the basis for our salmon cream, and I'm just using canned salmon.
Is this like a dip we are making?
Well, it's going to be a spread. We're going to spread it onto our corn cakes. And so I've got my tinned salmon, and this is a whole tin, all cleaned up. You can use fresh salmon if you've got some left over from dinner the night before.
Okay.
And then we have our chopped egg. Now, I think most of us grew up learning how to chop an egg by mashing it between forks and a knife. And I use a grater for mine, and I end up with a lot more egg, and it's a lot fluffier. So it works very, very well. Then I have just a little bit of chopped onion, and capers. And I like red onion because it just adds a little more color.
Yeah, and they're sweet.
Mm-hmm. And
shall I stir it?
You sure can.
All right.
And we'll add sour cream. Now, I say 2/3 of a cup of sour cream, but you really only need enough to hold your mixture together.
So this is something that you would make like you would making a salmon croquette or something?
A salmon croquette or a salmon salad for a sandwich?
Salmon salad, right.
Really.
Okay.
And I don't even put salt and pepper in that because I wanted to keep it as traditional as possible for the Jewish holidays.
And could you put one of them on there for me?
And the capers really add that saltiness and the spiciness. Put a little salmon cream on there and terrific. Enjoy.
And you also can do this with tuna?
Oh, absolutely.
Chicken salad?
Mm-hmm. Or your eggs.
That's delicious.
And these little corn cakes are very addictive, just to snack on by themselves.
Patty, what are we finna fix now? Because I want to eat.
This is, again, another very simple recipe. And it's not as much for the ingredients or the recipe itself, but more the presentation. But what I do is I just take fresh shrimp that's uncooked, raw shrimp, and clean it. And
now, did you split the back and wash it?
They came that way.
Oh, okay.
They came that way. They're doing the work for me these days.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to thread a skewer, a 6-inch skewer, right through the shrimp, so you're not getting your fingers messy.
All right, I'll do the next one.
Okay. And then I saute these up in the fry pan. You can also put these on the grill if you have a George Foreman grill or a Cuisinart griddler.
Right.
And then...
Now, what are you seasoning with?
Well, I just use a marinade of olive oil, balsamic vinegar.
Is that what this is?
No, that's for a little spritz later.
Okay.
I like green onion for my marinades. Green onion has a huge amount of flavor.
And you can dice them real fine?
I didn't forget the garlic.
All right, you got to have the garlic.
And a little salt and pepper. And I just marinate this for about half an hour or an hour. And then I just saute them right with the skewers right into my fry pan. And they don't need to be done for very long, 3 minutes maximum, 1.5 minutes on either side. And as I like to tell my classes, the difference between a perfectly done piece of shrimp and a rubber band is about 30 seconds. So,
that looks good.
So we keep it as simple as we can. And then I have a jar of pesto here, and with the tiniest bit on the end.
Tell me what pesto is mixed with. It looks like
one of my favorite things in the whole world. Pesto is a combination of basil leaves, garlic, pine nuts, olive oil, salt and pepper.
All right now. And you can make it really yourself.
Put it in the food processor. It's done in moments.
All right.
And this also freezes very well. I like to freeze this in ice cube trays so that I always have some for a garnish.
Ice cream trays. How about that? Like the little ice cream box?
Ice cube trays, yes.
All right now.
And then for a little added zip, I just put a little strip of that right down the center of my shrimp. So it not only looks pretty, but it's adding to the presentation, and it's also adding a zip to your taste buds.
Well, Patty, let's just taste one. I'm going to taste this.
Well, all right. I'm going to put a little pesto on this one and have a go at it. And this shrimp can also be served, this can be served hot or it can be served cold, so you can get it done completely the day ahead of time.
This is good. Patty, you have shown us some quick things to do for New Year's Eve parties or dinner parties. So grab your pencil and your paper so you can write these recipes down, and we'll be right back to show you what the finished product looks like. Welcome back. And Patty will be joining me, showing me. Oh, Patty, do that look delicious.
There you go.
Wow. And the grapes didn't cook apart?
No, ma'am. They stay together and they just get a beautiful glaze on them from the balsamic vinegar.
Wow, I got to have some of this, Patty.
Well, let me help you.
All right.
Now, these get tossed up. You can eat them with your fingers. Sometimes I serve them with chopsticks.
With chopsticks?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Patty, I'll grab me a little shrimp. Now, can I have a little, that's my
Let me
favorite.
fix one for you.
Now, I had one earlier in the show, girl, and I can't wait.
There you are.
Wow, this is delicious. Patty, this is the bomb.
All simple to do. All of them can be done ahead of time, which is my favorite part. And you get to enjoy your guests and your food, too.
The grape almost tastes like having a hot apple cider
You're right.
in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Is that delicious or what?
I like the Kalamata olives. And, of course, buy the pitted ones. It's to be kind to your friends.
Let me taste them.
And did you try one of the pecans? Because they just get
olives
roasted.
taste like raisins, doesn't it? It really do.
I never thought of that.
I'm good on taste. The olive tastes like a raisin that has been soaked and roasted.
But, Josephine, I can't thank you enough. I've loved it, and I've really enjoyed being your guest. Thank you so much.
I loved to be here. And let's have a little toast.
Okay.
Here's to Bloomingdale's.
And my good friend, Josephine.
That's right. Patty, we'll look forward to seeing you next time on Josephine's Cooking.